Welcome back to Everyday English Unlocked, where we crack open the secret codes of real-life English. I'm Jake, and across from me, as always, is the brilliant Nina.
Jake, you always make me blush. So today's episode is all about the power of the word get, right? I mean, it's such a tiny word, but it pops up everywhere.
Exactly. Get is like the Swiss Army knife of English. Native speakers use it constantly, and it can mean so many different things depending on the context. Today, we'll break down 20 must-know get expressions with stories, examples, and a few laughs along the way.
I'm ready. But first, Jake, quick challenge. Can you list 5 get expressions off the top of your head without repeating get up or get out?
No pressure's on. Let's see. Get along, get over, get by, get ahead, and get away. Not bad, huh?
Show off. All right, let's dive into our first set. What's expression number 1?
Kicking us off. Get up. It literally means to rise, usually from bed. Like, I get up at 7 a.m. every day. But it can also mean to stand, as in, get up and dance. When I was a kid, my mom would always shout, Jake, get up. You'll miss the bus. I still have flashbacks.
Oh, I feel that. My alarm clock is my mortal enemy. But tell me, have you ever overslept so badly you missed something important?
Absolutely. One time in college, I got up 15 minutes before my final exam. I sprinted across campus, hair sticking up everywhere, and still made it. The professor said, "You look like you just got up." I did, and I passed. Barely. Get out. This can mean physically leaving a place, like get out of the room. But it's also used when you're surprised, like get out. No way. For example, if someone tells you they won the lottery, you might say, get out. You're kidding.
Wait, do you ever accidentally mix those up? Imagine someone says they got promoted, and you just yell, get out. They'd be so confused.
Happens more than you'd think. Context is everything. Here's a fun fact. In old movies, get out of here was a classic line for disbelief or surprise. Get along. This means to have a good relationship with someone. For example, do you get along with your coworkers? When I started my first job, I didn't get along with my boss at all. But over time, we found common ground, mostly by bonding over bad office coffee.
Coffee truly is the great unifier. What's a tip for someone who wants to get along with new people?
Ask questions, listen more than you talk, and, if all else fails, bring snacks. Seriously, snacks are magic. Get over. It means to recover from something, like an illness or a breakup. It took me a while to get over my cold. Or emotionally, she finally got over her ex. I once tried to get over my fear of heights by going rock climbing. Did it work? Nope. But at least I tried.
That's brave. I get nervous just looking at ladders. Have you ever had to help someone else get over something?
Sure. My friend was devastated after his pet goldfish died. I helped him get over it by buying him a plastic fish. Not the same, but he appreciated the gesture.
That's both sweet and hilarious. All right, give us the next one.
Get by. This means to survive or manage, especially in tough situations. I don't make much money, but I get by. When I first moved to the city, I got by on instant noodles and she optimism.
Classic student diet. Any tips for listeners trying to get by in a new country or city?
Learn basic phrases, make friends, and never underestimate the power of a good map app.
Solid advice. Let's keep rolling. What's number 6?
Get ahead. This means to make progress, especially in your career or life. She works hard to get ahead at her job. I remember my first promotion. Felt like I was finally getting ahead after years of making coffee runs.
Love that feeling. How do you keep getting ahead without burning out?
Pace yourself, set realistic goals, and take breaks. And remember, success isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Get away. This can mean to escape, like the thief got away, or to take a break, as in I need to get away for the weekend. Once, I tried to get away for a quiet camping trip, ended up surrounded by a scout troop singing Kumbaya at 6 a.m.
So much for peace and quiet. What's your dream place to get away to?
A cabin in the mountains with zero Wi-Fi. Just books, coffee, and maybe a moose or two. Get together. This means to meet, usually socially. Let's get together for lunch. My friends and I have a monthly get-together where we eat too much and laugh even more.
Do you ever have awkward get-togethers? You know, like forced work parties?
Definitely. The secret is to find the snack table and make small talk about the weather. Works every time. Get through. It means to survive a difficult time or to complete something tough. I got through my exams thanks to coffee and late-night study sessions. Or emotionally. It was hard, but I got through it.
What's the hardest thing you've ever had to get through?
Probably moving to a new country. I didn't know anyone, but I got through it by joining local clubs and saying yes to every invitation. Get in. This can mean to enter a place, get in the car, or to be accepted, like I got into Harvard. Once, I tried to get into a sold-out concert by pretending to be a roadie. Spoiler. Didn't work.
Busted. So if someone says, "What time did you get in last night?" what are they really asking?
They're asking when you arrived home, often implying it was late. Get on. This means to board transportation, like a bus or plane. Get on the bus. Or to make progress. How are you getting on with your project? I once got on the wrong train and ended up 2 towns over. Adventure or disaster depends on your perspective.
I'd call that an accidental adventure. Any tips for not getting on the wrong train?
Double check the signs and don't be afraid to ask for help. Locals usually know what's up. Get off. The opposite of get on. It means to leave transportation. Get off at the next stop. It can also mean to stop working, as in, I get off work at 6. When I was a kid, I'd get off the school bus and race my dog home. He always won.
Dogs are natural sprinters. What's the weirdest place you've ever gotten off?
A random stop in the middle of nowhere because I thought I saw a cool cafe. It turned out to be a bus stop sign shaped like a coffee cup. Get back. It can mean to return. I'll get back to you on that. Or physically go back somewhere. Get back home. I once promised to get back to my friend about dinner plans, but I forgot. Now he sends me daily reminders.
Lesson learned. What's a good way to remember to get back to people?
Set reminders on your phone, or write it down, or just answer right away. If you can, get down. It can mean to dance, let's get down, or to lower yourself. Get down from that chair. My niece loves to get down on the dance floor at family parties. She's 5 and has better moves than I do.
Kids are fearless. When's the last time you got down and danced?
Last week, alone in my kitchen. My dog was not impressed. Get off on the right foot. This is an idiom meaning to start something well. It's important to get off on the right foot at a new job. When I started here, I brought cupcakes for everyone. That definitely helped.
Food always helps. Any tips for listeners to get off on the right foot in a new situation?
Be friendly, ask questions, and show up on time. First impressions matter.
Solid advice. We're halfway through. What's number 16?
Get across. This means to communicate an idea successfully. I hope I got my point across in the meeting. Once, I tried to explain a game to my family, but my instructions were so confusing that everyone just made up their own rules.
That sounds like my family game nights. What's your go-to trick for getting ideas across clearly?
Keep it simple, use examples, and check if people understand. Get rid of. It means to throw away or remove something you don't want. I need to get rid of these old clothes. Spring cleaning is my time to get rid of clutter, though I always find something I forgot I owned. My old concert t-shirts. I never wear them, but I can't let go. Get over with. This means to finish something unpleasant quickly. Let's get this meeting over with. When I was a kid, I'd eat my vegetables first just to get it over with.
That's brave. I always save them for last, hoping they'd magically disappear. Did it work?
Get around to. This means to finally do something you've been postponing. I haven't gotten around to cleaning my garage. I have a list of things I'll get around to one day.
What's the thing you've been putting off the longest?
Organizing my photos. I have thousands, but someday I'll get around to it. Maybe. Get used to. It means to become comfortable with something new. It took me a while to get used to the cold weather here. When I moved from sunny California to snowy Chicago, I had to get used to wearing 3 layers, minimum.
That's a big change. How long did it take you to get used to snow boots? Ouch. All right, that's 20. Before we move on, let's take a question from our listener mailbag. This one's from Maria in Brazil. Why does get sometimes mean become and sometimes mean receive? How do I know which is which?
Awesome question, Maria. Get is tricky because it changes meaning with context. If you say, I got a gift, it means you received something. But if you say, I got tired, it means you became tired. So, look at what comes after get. If it's an object, you probably received something. If it's an adjective, you probably became something.
So, get married means you become married. But get a present means you receive a present? Thanks, Maria. And now, Jake, you know what time it is. Language fail time. What's the funniest get mistake you've heard?
Oh, I've got a good one. My friend once said, I got my wife angry, when he meant to say, I made my wife angry, but it sounded like he went shopping and picked up some anger for her. Here you go, honey. I got you some anger. Not the best anniversary gift.
That's amazing. I once heard someone say, I got cold, and someone handed them a sweater. They meant they caught a cold, not that they felt cold. All right, let's wrap up with some key takeaway tips for mastering get expressions.
Number 1. Always pay attention to context. Get changes meaning depending on what follows it.
Number 2, listen for get in everyday conversations, movies, and songs. The more you hear it, the more natural it becomes.
Number 3, practice using get in different situations, at work, with friends, or even just talking to yourself.
And number 4, don't stress about making mistakes. Even native speakers mess up get sometimes. Just keep practicing.
Couldn't have said it better. If you found today's episode helpful, be sure to follow, share, and subscribe. Got a favorite get expression or a funny language fail? Message us. We love hearing from you.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Go out and get some practice with get. See you next time.
Until then, keep getting better, one episode at a time.